That's right, baby. Let's go. The Giants take down the Philadelphia Eagles for what feels like the first time in forever. How do you sleep tonight? You can't. The excitement is palpable. Welcome to Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession. What a win. Jackson Dart, star. I know it's 3 starts. Looks unbelievable. Scattaboo, unbelievable. Here's the thing, guys. The Giants took the will of the Philadelphia Eagles. They ran the football down their throats. We'll do a full recap. We'll get into everything. You're going to be in such a great mood all day tomorrow. And everyone that joked and mocked and Saquon with his new documentary, maybe, just maybe, things start to change right now. All right, so the Giants beat the Eagles at home. Get excited. We've got great news. You can now join the Giants Obsession by becoming a member on YouTube. You need to do this. You need to do it now. You need to tell your friends. You need to get involved. You get tons of perks, including community highlights, shout outs, maybe even some special access to future merchandise. Check it out. Check it out right now. You certainly don't need but all of us here at you don't need to. They're saying you don't. It's written very poorly. You don't need to, but we appreciate it here at Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession. All right. You want comments, questions? Have at it. This is the floor is yours tonight. We got no guests. We don't have any graphics. We got no fantasy. We don't have any picks. None of it. What do we have tonight? Good old-fashioned ass-kicking of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what we got. That's what we got. Become a member. Like us. Subscribe to us because we're going places now. You know why? Listen, is the Giants defense great? God, no. I mean, secondary disaster at Debo, right? I mean, you can't even get Deonte Banks onto the field. But here's the thing. When you have the quarterback, it changes everything. Everything. And the Giants have the quarterback. I mean, you tell me, you watch this game tonight. He looked better than Jalen Hurts. He didn't turn the football over. The one thing that terrifies you, is that this kid's going to get hurt. I think it's unbelievably frustrating is he takes that hit. Now, I'll be honest with you. When he took that hit and left the game and they brought him into the tent, I did not want to – I didn't think it was that awful. I really didn't. Like, I'm watching, like, I watched it again and again and again. I'm like, I didn't see a massive hit there. All right, here we go. If you guys get involved in the super chat, we're going to get right to your questions. We're not going to wait. I'm not going to give you my preamble. All right, what is this? Wales 2, NJ. Says, Dave, Giants win by 17 points. Is this real? Please rub it in tomorrow. But don't worry. Please remind Rick DiPietro his team won't have this much success all season. This was a big-time win. The Eagles had a closed-door meeting after their loss last weekend. A closed-door meeting. They led 17-3. They lost on Sunday. They embarrassed themselves, and they didn't. This was more embarrassing than Sunday. They had their asses handed to them tonight, is what you just saw. It has been a long time coming. Unbelievable. What a win. And Scattaboo runs like his hair is on fire, doesn't he? And then he scores touchdowns. He turns into Nadia Comaneci. He starts doing backflips. Unbelievable. So a couple things I need to mention. So he took that hit, and I didn't think it was bad. I didn't. They go to commercial, and then he got up, he runs off, he goes into the tent. I'm expecting that he's going to come back at some point, and he does. But after Russell Wilson just embarrassed himself again, but boy, oh boy, what a performance. So remember now, and I had people sending me texts, man, if they would have beaten the Saints, they'd be 3-3. You're going to have growing pains, guys. This is not going to be completely seamless. This is going to happen. You've won 2. You beat the Chargers and the Eagles with this kid as your quarterback. He has shown you, look, his best receiver. He made Lil Jordan Humphrey and Jalen Hyatt and Theo Johnson look capable. He's got it. He's got it, guys. We're 3 games in. This isn't about did the Giants win every game he started? Did they turn the ball over 5 times and lose a game that you expected them to win? It's not about that. It's about Do you have a quarterback? And I don't know how you could watch him play tonight. The only thing you say is that you're terrified that he's going to get hurt because he's got it. All right. So listen, follow, comment. We're on Twitter. Post for a chance for your comment to be put right onto the stream tomorrow's show. All right. If you want your comments read on the stream, you can join the super chat like I mentioned, and we really greatly appreciate that. This means that we can continue to do the channel, and I see everyone is getting involved. I mean, BTA. What do they call BTA? What do the kids say? What does BTA mean? Belt to ass. That's what you just saw. You just saw the Giants take the belt to the ass of the Philadelphia Eagles. And man, oh man, does it feel good. So keep them coming. You throw up a super chat comment, I'm going to read it on air as long as I can, as long as there's no cursing involved. So follow us on our socials, Instagram, TikTok, DR Giants Obsession, on Twitter, DRNYGO, on Spotify, Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession. Of course, YouTube, and the number on YouTube, our subscribers continues to grow. We're up to 1,440, and that grows and grows and grows. And on top of that, like us and subscribe to us. The Giants took Philadelphia down in every conceivable way tonight. They scored 5 touchdowns. They ran the ball down their throat. Saquon Barkley in his brand new documentary, they did nothing tonight. Jalen Hurts threw a lollipop out into the left flat, picked off, almost taken back for a touchdown. Philadelphia, they look like the Giants have looked for the last 3 years. Wales 2, NJ, he wants to get involved. Does Jackson Dart look like a young Lamar Jackson? I don't think he's that athletic. I don't think he's as athletic as Lamar. You know what he looks like to me? He looks like the first incarnation of Jackson Dart. That's what he looks like to me. He's composed. He's doing this. Guys, do you understand the receiving core this kid is playing with right now? Your number 1 receiver is Wan'Dale Robinson. Your number 2 receiver is Lil Jordan Humphrey, okay? Jalen Hyatt, who had a pulse tonight. Theo Johnson, Daniel Bellinger. These are not household names in their own households. And he just took that defense to school. And you know what you'll hear tomorrow? Oh, Jalen Carter didn't play. Well, you know what? Neither did Malik Neighbors. Oh, but Quinyon Mitchell didn't play. Well, you know what? Neither did Darius Slayton. So I don't want to hear it. I don't care. What I care about is the Giants just beat the Eagles. And they didn't just beat them. They took their manhood from them, is what you just saw. Yeah, there you go. I can't even read that. Is it Connor Ski? I think it says, cry, Eagles, cry. How about if you're an Eagle? How about if you're a Philadelphia sports fan, huh? You had your Phillies lose bottom, what was it, the 10th or the 11th inning? Because they decided to go home on a ground ball back to the box instead of going to first. So they're done. Their season's over. And Philadelphia loses at the hands of the New York Giants. And nobody thought the Giants were going to win this game. You heard the occasional person saying the Giants had a chance to cover the 7.5-point spread. Nobody thought the Giants were going to win this game. So let's get back to some of the key plays. Your comments are welcome. Nicholas Galestro, did the Flott interception get you to audibly scream? Well, I don't know if you can hear my voice, but it's not at 100% right now. Yeah, there was a lot of screaming in my household. There was a lot of excitement in my household, and just the way they beat them, like to basically, like, we're going to run the ball down your throat, and there's almost nothing you can do about it, is nothing short. I just want to curse, and I can't because I'm a professional. Is nothing short of bleeping gorgeous is what it is. Many let RGG NDFW, I think it says, congrats to you, Dave. I wish the game wasn't on Prime so I could have watched it. Oh, man, I hope you weren't in like the tri-state area, because in the tri-state area, you can actually you could have watched it on Channel 5, on Fox 5. But regardless, Giants, let me give you a quick recap. Dart, Scattaboo, Flott, Dart, Scattaboo, Dart, done. Belt to ass. Does this Karma 11, does this win play in favor of Brian Dable keeping his job with Jackson Dart's progression? Now, you paid a decent amount of money to have this question asked, Karma 11. What do you think? Dart looked great. The Giants beat the Eagles. People are excited. We have hundreds of people in this YouTube stream right now. I appreciate you supporting everything that we're doing here. What do you think? Does this help Jackson Dart and his progression? Does it help Dable keep his job? Does it help keep Giants fans from wanting to not watch this team? Of course it does. This is a massive, massive moment. You might look back years from now at this game and say to yourself, you know what? This tonight, October the 9th, 2025, as the turning point in New York Giants football. The secondary is still a disaster. All right. There's times where the front four got less pressure than you've ever seen. I thought the offensive line played well. You did it with almost nothing in the receiving core. But what you were just able to do was pick apart an Eagles defense that has owned you with a rookie quarterback making his third start of his career. Cullum, my man Cullum, the ability Dart has escaping pressure. Incredible. The ability Dart had escaping pressure. Incredibly. I don't know what that exactly means, but yes, he's incredibly athletic. He runs beautifully. He buys time. He adds another dimension. And if I'll say the small little thing this is a nothing burger for the most part. Small little thing. All right. If he winds up getting banged up again and he has to go into the tent or come out of the game, I don't want to see Russell Wilson anymore. Please, for dear God, make Jameis Winston the backup. Russell Wilson, I imagine if you put me into the game, it would look like Russell Wilson when he went into the game tonight. That was a horrendous throw because Hyatt was open on that play. Ryan Clifford, president, donating great money to the YouTube channel right now. Wandale, Lil Jordan, Hyatt, and they put 34. Think about that now. Your big play receiver was Wandale Robinson, and they put 34, and they win 34-17. Dable getting dealt a bad hand by Shane. I don't know that I want to go that far, showing why he was coach of the year in 22. Must keep Dable, Dart together, keep this core and build around Dart. Now, listen, if you win enough games this year, and I don't think enough is going to be all that many, if you win 6 games this year and he continues to progress, Dable will be back and Shane will be back. And you can see a path. Like, the thing is, you've watched the Giants for so long and you've been so despondent because there was no hope. This team's not going to the playoffs. This team's not going to have an above 500 record, but there's hope. And that's why people are excited. That's why we have so many people in this YouTube chat right now. That's why I have so many people watching this stream, because they actually gave you hope. Cherry Cake Nixon says, how are you making into work tomorrow? Because I'm a warrior. You know what? In the pantheon of toughness, it goes, I'll start at the bottom. It goes Dart, Scattaboo, Rothenberg. That's how I'm making it to work to be live on the air at 6. I could stay up all night. Don't tempt me. I got tons of energy. When you lose to the Saints, I feel like I want to vomit on the desk in front of me. When you beat the Eagles for the nation to see, I could go all night, my friend. Sam says, is Scat this regime's best pick? Favorite Giant already. Scattaboo's going to be like that darling because he's not a big guy and he runs so hard and he's tough yardage, really tough guy, awesome. Dart's the guy. I mean, as good as Scattaboo is, he wouldn't be what he is if it wasn't for Dart. And another thing I got to get into about Brian Dable is when he gets hurt and he goes into the blue tent. For the love of God, when you now bring him back onto the field, you need to do RPOs where he keeps the football and takes more punishment. No, that is not a good idea, even a little bit. Wales 2, NJ again. Dave, please explain this win times 10 to Rick DiPietro in the morning. Don't worry. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be out for another little bit tonight. We're going to talk about this tomorrow morning, 4 hours. We're going to break it down to a fine powder. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right here, we're going to do it all over again. We've had years, right? Like, is it fair to say the last time the Giants had a win this big was the Daniel Jones-led win in Minnesota to beat the Vikings in that playoff game? I think so, right? So they went 9-7-1. This is 2022 we're talking about. 9-7-1, win a playoff game in Minnesota. And from that moment on, it has been a disaster. I heard a stat driving here. In the last 34 games, not including tonight, but including the postseason, the last 34 games the Giants have played the Eagles, the Eagles were 27-7. Maybe that changes tonight. Bill says, we love miserable Dave, but it's nice to see you happy. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't explain to you the level of happiness that I have at this very moment. That was a massive victory for Dart, for Dable, for Shane, for Mara, for you, for me. Massive victory. Lou Will, third down efficiency was huge. Dart's jump throw while being hit to Theo Johnson, strike and stride to Robinson. Lil Jordan and Dart look comfortable together. And they talked about this on the broadcast a little bit. He's been practicing with Lil Jordan Humphrey. My question is, that first pass he threw deep down the sideline that Humphrey went up and caught, like, he's a big guy. I don't know. He's got to be 6'3", 6'4". Why are they not using him at all? Even a thought? So he played well. I thought Theo Johnson dropped one and didn't turn around on one earlier in the game, but he was fine. Jalen Hyatt, I thought, for the most part, played well. Wandale was really good, but it's the quarterback that makes it all work, guys. It's the quarterback that makes it all work. And I have the third down efficiency. So Philadelphia completed a 3rd and 7 early in the game, and that was all they had, third down efficiency. They were 1 for 9 third down wise in the game. What were the Giants on the flip side? 11 for 16. What more do you need to know? Devontae says, is it time for Joe Shane to look into trading for wide receivers, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Jacoby Myers? Let's pump the brakes a little bit, okay? Here's what I would say. I don't want to do a quick fix. I don't want to put a Band-Aid on what we have happening right now. What I want is, if you say, I want Jacoby Myers for the next 2 years, and you can make a trade for him and move in that direction with him as part of your future, fine. Awesome. I'm not trading a legitimate draft pick to bring in a Chris Olave or Jacoby Myers or someone of that ilk as a rental player. I'm just not doing it. All right. I need to think big picture. And he's capable. You see it. He is more than capable of succeeding with these guys as his weapons. He did it against the Chargers. Remember, they beat the Chargers, and Malik Neighbors went out in the first half, and they still beat the Chargers. That's a good football team. If they don't turn the football over, think of those first 2 drives last week against the Saints, up and down the field, 14-3. Turned it over 5 times and still had a chance to win into the fourth quarter. Now, if you remember what I told you earlier this week, I said this will be a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. Well, I was wrong. It wasn't a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, was it? No, because the Giants were up more than 1 score in the fourth quarter. How's that make you feel? Ryan Clifford with another one. Last message, because now it's getting pricey. Ryan, we love you, man. And you know what? I'm here for you. I'm a caller into your show. I just want you to know how much you and your work with Rick really means to me. Got me through a lot of crap. Really love you, man. Ryan, I say this sincerely right now, looking right into the camera. I love you as well. All right. So if it means you have to spend 10, 20, 30 bucks to express that admiration, that love to me, I feel the exact same way about you. And that's what this is meant to be. Like, the thought behind doing this was not to sit here and vent when the Giants just keep losing games. It's how do we bring the Giants community together, led by me, who you know loves them equally to what you love them as. And we decided to launch this, and it's why? Not for losses to the Saints, for nights like tonight. For nights like tonight. So again, let me run through some of the stats from this game, some individual stats from the Giants. Dart was 17 of 25, 195 yards. Scadaboo ran for 98 yards on 19 carries. Dart had 58 yards on 13 carries and a touchdown. So he threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. The Giants didn't turn the ball over. They were +2 with the turnover margin, and they were 3 for 3 touchdown-wise when they got to the red zone. Jonathan Portilla says, with this win and performance from Dart, will they try and trade for a receiver? That seems to be a big theme with you guys. I would say that's very unlikely unless there's someone they deem they want for the future. The Giants ran for 172 yards tonight. So they had 370 yards of offense. And defensively, I thought they were kind of bendish, but don't break. I thought Brian Burns, who had 2 more sacks, played really well in this game. Abdul Carter and Burns had a little like inside twist that they were working, and Thibodeau as well, like a little inside twist that was working. And the defense was not great, and the secondary is not great, but they were good enough to get the win tonight. Karma 11. Oh my God, if we beat the Eagles again in 2 weeks, then extend Dable right away. LOL. No, come on. Listen, tonight's big for Brian Dable. It is, but you're 2-4. You've played 6 games. You have 11 to go. Let's see the Giants continue to make progress. Let's see the defense get better. Offensive line with Andrew Thomas is completely different. Let's just trend in the right direction. Does it mean it has to be 9 wins or 8 wins or put your finger on exactly what it has to be? No, but you need to continue to get better. And that's what you're seeing. And again, this idea that he was just going to go through and not have growing pains, he's going to have growing pains. He did last week. Turned the ball over 5 times. But tonight you saw he made mistakes, he learned from them, and he was terrific. I mean, sensational in this game tonight. So again, he throws for just shy of 200 yards, 195. They ran for 172 yards. Wandale was good, 6 for 84. Little Jordan Humphrey, 4 for 55. And the thing is also like that, he makes some of these passes that Dart is making are right on the money. They are nothing short of sensational. So let's continue along here with some of the super chat questions, and we appreciate them. And if you guys are willing to spend your hard-earned money to ask the questions, honestly, I'll stay here for another hour. That's not, I mean, I have to wake up early, but if you want this, I'll do this. Because again, I love doing it, but it's for you guys. It's for us. It's for the Giants community. Angelo Palermo says, would you trade a 2nd-round pick for Chris Olave? No, and I'll tell you why. And I like Olave, but a 2nd-round pick. So odds are the Giants are going to go what? 4-13, maybe 5-12. That's a top 10 pick. Do I want to trade a top 40 pick for Chris Olave? When truth be told, I could probably draft someone almost as good as Chris Olave for 1/10 of the money that Chris Olave is going to cost. So no, I don't want to go in that direction. You can throw in the super chat questions as we continue along here. Brian, what is this? Warriger. If you were buying a jersey, whose jersey would you buy? Brian, I don't think this is all that difficult. I would go Dart. Well, you know what? Actually, when you think about it, you could go Dart. You actually have choices now. You have Dart, you have Scatterboo. I mean, shelf life is going to be better for Dart. You have Malik Neighbors, who will be back next year, and I can't wait to see the dynamic between those 2 guys. Think about this. Think about when they can actually shore up the offensive line a little bit, but he makes them so much better just because of his athleticism. You shore up the offensive line a little bit. You add, you get Neighbors back. You add a legitimate number 2 receiver. All of a sudden, it becomes like unlimited what you're going to be able to do with this offense. So it is heading. You can see it. You can feel it. You can taste it. We are clearly heading in the right direction. Antonio Roman wants to know, don't forget you told Rick you'd get him a parfait. Yes, I did, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm going to be at my home studio tomorrow morning, so I can't get him a parfait in the morning. But next time I see him, I'm going to have a big, beautiful parfait waiting for him. That's a massive, massive win. What else? All right. G Bakes 63, I think it says. So an hour with Jordan tomorrow morning, you made him what he is after all. Yeah, I think we will get Jordan Renan on our radio show in the morning, and I think he owes that to us, and the excitement is palpable. It really is. Karma 11, will you go do a coach interview after a game? Will you guys do a coach interview after a game like you've done in the past with Robert Saleh? So no, because we're not the official station of the Giants. We were the official station of the Jets when we used to have Saleh on. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. When I get home tonight, I'm gonna send a message, a note to the Giants, and see if we can get a player or a coach on the show in the morning. Because if not tomorrow morning, then I don't know at what point they would be willing to do that. Nico, first of all, I mean, before we even get to the Giants, guys, and what a win that was. Does that calm down the pain that you felt for the Yankees last night at all?
I don't even.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, but I'm not even thinking about the Yankees at this point.
Nice.
I'm really not. when me and you locked eyes together when you got
there
into
was
the
a
office,
moment.
It was a moment that we had.
No, I agree. I feel the same way. There was a moment.
It was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Steve, does this pain you that the Giants just went out there and beat the crap
Here's
out of the
thing.
Eagles? Yeah.
No, not at all. Because I do root for you guys because I do work for your Giants company, and I do start to feel more likable and enjoyment with these players. Like Scadaboo, I love Scadaboo. And I also have him in fantasy. But there's nothing. The Jets could win frickin' 10 more games, and it's still not going to be happy for me with the Yankees, man.
Well,
and I was at that game. I can't believe I witnessed that game. Oh,
it doesn't even scratch the surface. We just beat the Eagles.
The Giants. We just beat the Eagles.
Eagles on prime time Thursday night football in MetLife. There's nothing that
there were not enough surf sides in that building to make my day any better.
Well, you're going to be okay.
You'll be all right.
Nico, he's going to be okay.
He'll be all right. Maybe his football team won't be all right because they still haven't gotten a win. But
and then they're not going to get one this week. And
you know what else
is great? You know what else is great?
I want a number one pick.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry. In my Survivor, over 100 people took the Eagles to move on, and now they're out.
That's great.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
I love that.
They are out. All right, so guys, let's comment on the game quickly. Let's do a little housekeeping. Where are we as far as the YouTube subscribers? And I mean, people on the Super Chat are very aggressive. I love it tonight.
Super Chats are going amazing. We thank you guys
really
all.
Well.
We are at 1,476 followers on subscribers on YouTube.
We're gaining.
Absolutely.
We are quick. So we're going to hit 1,500 by tomorrow, and then it'll go up from there. Bobby Bugs, he just became a YouTube member. So now he's going to have access to ask us some of these great questions. And that's what we want, guys. We want you to be involved. So, Nico, what's your big takeaway from watching this game tonight?
I have two takeaways. Scadaboo being an absolute he's
an animal.
He is embodying the fandom. Everyone loves him. I love him. My girlfriend, she texted me. She goes, she doesn't watch football ever. She doesn't care about football. She goes, I want a Scadaboo jersey. So it looks like I'm buying her a Scadaboo jersey.
You're losing money today.
Yeah, it looks like we're losing money today because the Scadaboo is what embodies, the Giants franchise. And
at this point, good, and you should be excited about him. But you're missing it a little bit.
It's the energy.
He adds energy, but Dart makes this thing go.
I think
if you had Cam, now I'm telling you, man, you're not right. If you had Russell Wilson handing the football to Cam Scadaboo, you would not be nearly this excited.
Maybe it's the duo.
It's the duo, but it's Dart that is empowering Scadaboo to become the running back that he is quickly becoming.
Yeah,
and it is special. I'll tell you what. And by the way, can I say something to you guys quickly? I may be biased because I've never liked it, but that tush push is the stupidest garbage in
my God.
I mean, I have to watch them run it from like second and goal at the 2, and then third and goal at the 2, and then they get the first down, and then first and goal at the 1, and then they power in. I mean, come on, outlaw this thing is ridiculous.
There should never be a play that's 100% success rate. If they're at the 6-yard line, they're getting a touchdown. It's a lock every single time. It is
ridiculous, but it doesn't even matter. I'll tell you what, when they take that tush push away, they're going to wish they had a guy like Cam Scadaboo. And where was Saquon tonight? And I love Saquon, and he's a great player, but he's got a lot of stuff to say about the Giants organization. He had that documentary come out tonight. You know what? I mean, really. I mean, worry about
embarrassing.
It's a worry about what you're going to do. And Saquon tonight, guys, they ran him early. He ripped off huge runs, and then he was non-existent. 12 carries for 58 yards. That's embarrassing. Saquon Barkley, 12 carries for 58 yards.
It's unheard of. And a lot of people in the chat are saying this, and I did want to bring it up to you. On that last tush push, or one of the tush pushes.
Oh, and they jumped offside?
It was a false start.
The guard.
Yeah.
The guard's got like a head start, and they don't call anything. It's disgusting. That play needs to go away.
They say they're cracking down on it. They're looking for the false starts more. They didn't catch anything. It was wide open.
They're not able to. They're not able to see. It's so condensed. And then DJ Davidson got hurt on that. They need to outlaw. That is the dumbest play.
I almost texted in our group chat that, it's a lot of people, yes, it is an unfair play, 100% success rate almost.
Well, it's not even
dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's not football, and it's constant. I got a really good email from someone, Dave S. And I don't know if he's watching here. He wants me to know this for my radio show in the morning. He's a Scadaboo, and you guys won't appreciate this, but Joe will. Scadaboo gives me Mark Bavaro vibes. Now, guys, you don't remember Mark Bavaro. He was tight end at a Notre Dame, and they used to call him Rambo, because he was a brute force. And there was a game where there's two stories about Bavaro I'm going to share with you right now. So Phil Simms told a story in 1984-85, and the Giants are beating the Houston Oilers, and they're up comfortably. And and they ran a play. They called in a play, and the Giants were up. The game was over, 2 minutes to go, and they said, "All right, whatever the play is to the left." And Barrar, who almost didn't speak, had an audible reaction of, "Oh man!" And Phil says, "Mark, we're up by 17 points. There's 2 minutes to go in the game. What's your problem?" "I want to run it to the right." "Why?" "I want to hit that guy one more time." So that was Mark Bavaro. Then there was a play when they took on the Niners in 86, and the Giants trailed that game 17-0. It was a Monday Night Football game. They threw it. You guys should watch this. Do yourselves a favor. Watch this on YouTube. This is not idle conversation. Make a note and watch this play on YouTube, okay?
I got enough homework already, Dave.
I want you to write this down. I want you to watch it. So the Giants run a seam pattern to Bavaro. He catches the ball, and it took 4 Niners to bring him down. He must have picked up an extra 25 yards. Giants came back to win that game 21-17. Didn't lose another game the rest of the entire season and won Super Bowl 21. So, yes, it's early, but Scadaboo does give off those vibes.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat also say Jeremy Shockey, too.
No, Jeremy Shockey was not a great player. Bavaro was a great player, a great, great player. Did you guys told me you have some graphics that you wanted to throw up there?
Yeah, we have a couple. We can go into a triple box over here. So we have, our, maybe a John Gruden ad to it. Look at Jackson Dart, man. Maybe a future, depending on how the rest of the season goes.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the better the Jackson Dart plays, the better the Giants play, the more wins the Giants get, less likely that John Gruden would wind up being the head coach. But here's the thing, too. If the Giants don't love Brian Daboll, and I don't know what's going to happen, and this is not really the night for this, and he keeps playing close to this, they have their pick of the litter. You imagine the coaches that would line up to be the next head coach of this kid, 23-year-old young stud quarterback with Malik Neighbors and a high draft pick and money in free agency. The worm is turning, guys. The worm is turning. All right, what else do you have as far as graphics are concerned?
This one's kind of funny. I love this one. Brian Daboll to Jackson Dart when he came out of the medical tent. Nice little hug.
It's so. Did you see when he tried to run into the tent? Yeah. Brian Daboll tried to. I never seen anything like it before. He tried to run into the tent, and then Cam Scadaboo, who, as terrific as he is, doesn't feel like he's playing with a full deck. He also tried to run into the tent. He tried to run into the tent. It's wild. And the second that they get him back into the game, firstly, he smacks him on the head. Did you see that?
Smacked him right on the back of the head. Comes out of the tent for a concussion.
Comes out of the tent thinking there's a concussion. He whaps him on the back of the head. They run him back into the game, and they're doing RPOs, and Jackson hang on to the football and take more punishment. What else do you have as far as the
This is from one of our fans, so thank you to Hinky Haynes for commenting on our tweet saying, "Damn it, now I can't go to bed after the game."
So I put a tweet out that said we were going to start this Giants obsession at 11:30. I amazingly had traffic out here. We started 11:40, and he responded, "Darn, now I can't go to bed after the game." So you feel the groundswell of what we're working on right now. Is there one more that you have?
There is one more. Yeah, we have one from the Giants. I mean, look at this man in his all glory, 3 touchdowns. First time since 1971 a Giants rookie running back had 3 touchdowns in a game.
This is the first time the Giants have won a Thursday night football game since 2015.
Against Washington,
yeah. Against Washington. 32-21 was the final score of that one. It has been a long time coming. All right, so let's get rid of the graphics. Let's put me back full screen here. I just want to give you guys the kind of the spiel here. Follow us, comment on our Twitter feed for your chance to get into the Friday comment pool. If you want your comments read out on the stream, which we've had a lot of tonight, which is sensational, you can now get into the super chat, and we certainly thank that. And it doesn't go unnoticed, and we do appreciate it. So if you want to get involved in the super chat, I think it's a couple bucks, whatever it is, you throw it up there, and we get right to your question. This helps support me, the guys, executive producer, to continue to do this, and that the channel can stay afloat. And then, of course, on social media, right? Instagram, TikTok, at DR Giants Obsession, on Twitter, at DRNYGO, and Spotify, Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession. And then again, in just the quest for 5,000 and 10,000, all the good things that'll happen as we continue along here on YouTube. Like us, subscribe to us, and last check, we're at 1,476. So, I mean, unless we have anything more, Nico and Steve, as far as super chat questions or comments or anything like that, I think at this moment we probably say good night. But is there anything else that you guys need to get to? I don't want to leave anybody out in the cold. So if there's anything else that needs to happen, Let's make it happen right now.
No,
Steve,
we have
Nico,
no,
nothing?
we have no more super chats to go
Okay.
through.
All right. So I'll tell you what.
But thank you everyone for, posting them and sending us
great.
your comments
You
and
guys,
joining as a member.
you guys are the best. And we had hundreds of people watching this tonight. I mean, we're past midnight Eastern time, and we have people lined up waiting for this to happen tonight. So if you said, is this going to work? It's going to work. It is working. We're not going anywhere. And we're very excited for every show that we continue to do. Speaking of that, a little more than 12 hours. We'll be back 1 o'clock Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll take a breath. We'll calm down. But the excitement level is palpable. You can feel it. I can feel it. The Giants beat Eagles. Let's go. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession. So if you like that live stream, check out this video or the other live streams. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.